gentlemen, introducing our ABC International Referee candidates for this match. First referee, Joy De Imus. Second referee, Angelo Hao. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Nxled Chameleons. Center from the Ateneo de Manila University, team captain number 18, Jaja Maraquinot. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, number 2, Laika Ebon. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 9, Kiara Permentilla. Outside spiker also from Adamson, number 12, Trisha Genesis. Middle blocker from the University of the Philippines, number 15, Jai Atienza. Middle blocker from the United States, number 23, Megan Hart. Starting libero from Adamson, number 1, Bang Pineda. Head coach for Nxled is Gang Cheng. And now the starters for the PLDT Home Fiber High Speed Hitters. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 3, Mika Reyes. Opposite hitter also from La Salle, number 5, Erica Santos. Outside spiker from Russia, number 7, Elena Samoylenko. Center from La Salle, number 9, Kim Fajardo. Middle blocker also from La Salle, number 10, Majoy Baron. Outside spiker from Central Philippines University, number 17, Viola Ceballos. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 8, team captain Kat Arado. Head coach for PLDT is Rald Ricafort. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Nxled versus PLDT. This is the PVL.
For the Nxled Chameleons, couple of changes as Kiara Permentilla makes another start here after coming off the bench in the previous game. Meanwhile, for the PLDT high-speed hitters, no changes since the opening game for the high-speed hitters. Coach Rald opting to stay with the same unit, and don't fix it if it ain't broke, right, Dale? Panalo pa, 2 wins already for the PLDT high-speed hitters using the same lineup.
And again, as we mentioned on top of the coverage, 2 teams with different stories. PLDT is still undefeated, meanwhile Nxled lost in straight sets against Ritigo. So really, gaining wins early on this conference is very important given the format that we have.
And set 1 underway here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. Thank you for joining us tonight. Dip Dipianco together with Ael Estranero calling this match. Franny Reyes at the sidelines. We'll get updates and reports from her later on. First point for the Chameleons on that dropped ball. First attempt for Elena picked up. This time outside for Genesis, and we are all tied up at 1 apiece.
And that's something that Nxled really need to learn quickly in this game, their consistency, because you see a lot of sparks from them. They have good attackers, but really it's a question of consistency for the Nxled Chameleons.
They won on opening day against the Galleries High Risers in 5 sets, that is. And they get their second point courtesy of Hart as we go to Franny Reyes for this report. Franny?
Dip and Ael, earlier we mentioned that the Nxled Chameleons want to bounce back in this game coming from a loss. We mentioned defense up top and down below, but the coaches, specifically Coach Babe, said that it's also about being aggressive offensively against PLDT. They can't just be aggressive on that defense. They have to respond with attacks, and he wants them to be faster and quicker on those attacks. The coaches were talking about having all of this start with a good service so that they can push the pace and so that they can play with the high-speed hitters. Let's see if they will answer that call. And you can catch the rest of this game on the Pilipinas Live app, available only for 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
Thank you, Franny, for that report. Well, instructions given to keep up with the pace. At mukhang mabilis yung pace, no? Kasi nasa pangalan pa lang ng team nila, high speed na.
No, but so far, Nxled Chameleons doing a great job slowing down the high-speed hitters. I mean, Franny mentioned it earlier on top of the coverage that they would want to have good defense against the good offense of the high-speed hitters. And so far, they're doing that. But unfortunately, service error there from Permentilia.
It's a good matchup. We've talked about the liberos for both teams, Kat Arado and Bang Pineda. So far, PLDT trailing by a point. Fajardo will serve. Genesis picked up by Arado. Calf sets up Samoylenko. High up. Picked up by Maraginot. Play continues. The bump by Arado to Santos. Permentilia was right there. Genesis will try. Checked. Coverage was present for the Chameleons. It's a long rally ongoing. Santos.
Good defense.
Oh, still alive. Both teams playing excellent defense. And finally, on the second try, Erica Santos delivers.
And again, so far, the high-speed hitters is doing well offensively.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Nxled continues to try to slow them down, but it was just too much earlier.
Genesis picked up by Ceballos. Back set to Santos again. Pineda gets a touch. Back to Trisha. Arado will bump. Samoylenko. And almost saved. But Genesis had to avoid there. Would have been dangerous. And napalayo na yung bola.
Bang Pineda, the good read on that ball. Just a difficult direction there for Trisha Genesis to get that second touch.
Oh, that one too long for Fajardo.
Tight start here in the first set.
And a quick change for Nxled. May Luna checking in for Trisha Genesis, and Coach Babes on the bench giving her instructions. Early on, Fajardo goes to Samoylenko and down it goes.
And this is the advantage of PLDT having Samoylenko as their foreign guest player. So attacking in all sides of the court will definitely be an advantage with her height and length.
Medyo matagal-tagal yung pahinga nitong parehong teams. After their scheduled game last Thursday, they're back on the court. That one an error. And PLDT will take a 2-point lead. Samoylenko back at the service line, and I'll just talked about the depth of PLDT because last game nga napag-usapan natin na 14 points lang yung kinailangan niya, yet they still got the win in straight sets.
I mean, they have local players who are high contributors in terms of scoring. You know, Majoy Baron knows when to step up as a middle blocker. Viola Ceballos, Erica Santos. You still have Rosa Monte. I mean, we've seen a glimpse of Jovi Prado as well. Mika Reyes is back this conference. So it's really a deep bench for PLDT, and not just a deep bench. These are full. They have a veteran team at that. So definitely a contender this conference.
Combination, Basadon, Atienza. The drop. Orvina will bump to Luna. Off the block, and it's a point for Nxled to tie things up at 6-all.
And this is what Nxled needs to really be aggressive in that offense, whether there's a good net defense in front of them or not. A good adjustment there for May Luna.
So the Chameleons respond with back-to-back points. That's a good serve by Ebon. Bit short for Baron. Chance here for Nxled, but Santos says no.
I mean, a really quick adjustment for Santos. May Luna earlier, you know, outsmarted her in that offense, getting a point, but this time better, you know, timing and press her hands at the right time to get the kill block.
Blocking her former teammate. Luna tries another one. Back set. Then another point for Erica Santos. Way to go from the block, this time attacking and leading us to the first technical timeout. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, Jovi Prado and Kiana D, together with team manager Sir Bajit El Rosario of PLDT. The fans have been waiting for KKD.
Yes.
And the return.
I mean, imagine KKD on the lineup already of PLDT. We've talked about how deep their bench are.
Good save. Kept alive, a lot of tips. Chance here for PLDT. They go back row to Permentilla. Reyes sets up Santos. And that forces someone to touch the net on the side of Nxled.
I mean, a good decision there from Mika Reyes to set up Santos, forcing Nxled to commit that net touch violation. So far, PLDT gaining momentum here and trying to control the match.
Back with him. Luna will give up a free ball. Fajardo looks at Reyes. And another net touch for the Chameleons. That's back-to-back errors.
We talked about it earlier. Consistency is something that Nxled really needs at this point. They can't commit a lot of errors as PLDT continues to produce their own points.
At ibabalik si Trisha Genesis, replacing May Luna. Ebon, straight to Fajardo. Baron will bump it to Santos. On the off speed, and it works.
So far, Santos has the hot hands for the high-speed hitters, showing a good variety in her attacks. A lot of power hits earlier, this time changing the tempo. Off-speed attack, deceiving the floor defense of Nxled Chameleons.
Lead slowly increasing for the high-speed hitters, now at 5 points. It's 11 serving 6. Majoy Baron still on deck. The toss to Genesis. And off the block, it hits the antenna, so point for Nxled.
A quick side out there for Nxled. A much-needed point for them. Good set coming from Marguinos. And Nxled, so far doing a good job using the blockers to get the point.
At mukhang napaganda yung upo ni Trisha Genesis sa bench, no? Pinalamig lang, kinausap ng coaches, and look at her scoring back-to-back.
Yes. Taking the risk, going for that serve, but she got a bit of help there from the net. Mika Reyes was not able to time that one well.
Oh, almost another ace. Free ball. Urbina will get the first touch. Maraguinot goes to Atienza. Nothing there. Santos a bit tight. And it's set back by Permentilla. 3 straight points for the Chameleons.
You love how Trisha Genesis instantly provides that stability for the Nxled Chameleons, staying consistent on the service line and scoring 2 points already.
Fajardo tosses Ceballos. Almost a save, but Ebon was just a little too late, and PLDT stops the run.
Viola Ceballos there, going for the power hit. Going to the smaller blocker in Maraguinot.
Vermentilla, cross court.
Clean attack there. Perfect angle and target for Permentilla. I mean, no one was there on the side of PLDT. A completely open spot there in their floor defense.
10-12. Oh, they're targeting Samoilenko at the back. Ceballos, there's a check.
Viola Ceballos changing angles a lot of times to make her unpredictable in the match so far. I would really say she's one of those silent killers for PLDT.
So you've seen her get the points and the best times possible for PLDT, but Permentilla contributing for the Chameleons, leading all scorers with 3.
And again, on top of the coverage, we mentioned how there's a lot of expectations for the wing attackers to step up, given that their foreign guest player is a middle blocker. So there's that time rotation that they don't have a foreign guest player on the floor.
The chase by Genesis. Permentilla sends a high free ball. But steady hands from Arado. Fajardo sets up Samoilenko. The save by Horvina. Ebon targeting Kath. And down the line, Elena again. High up. Permentilla asking for it. And it drops.
Really great show of determination here from Nxled Chameleons, staying aggressive in that offense. But we also have to credit Jaja Maraguinot for distributing the balls well so far.
Oh, this time it's wide. That's the second service error for Nxled in this set. Mika Reyes serving for PLDT, making her return on opening game for the high-speed hitters. Oh, Hart had to extend. There was a touch, so Samoilenko gets the point.
High hands there for Samoilenko. Attacking on top of Hart. Too high there for them to slow her down.
Save there by PLDT. Another chance for Nxled. A back set to Ebon. That's going to be a block point for Samoilenko, which brings us to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 4. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. Megan Hart and Elena Samoileco, the reinforcements for Nxled and PLDT respectively. Reyes with a serve. Permentilla. And she is on a roll already with 5 points for Nxled.
Going cross court earlier this time. Saw that the gap, maximize that one. I mean, Fiola Ceballos just a split second late and extending her arms there.
Oh, but she gets a service error, her second.
And again, Nxled with those service errors, they're killing their own momentum or their opportunity to gain momentum here. Meanwhile, PLDT just playing steady all throughout the set.
Yeah, it's sayang because they're getting a string of points. They got 3 straight a while ago. Genesis answers right back.
You know, when they have sparks like this, like Permentilla, Trisha Genesis, Laika Ebon, and some contributions from the middle. But it's just really, you know, keeping that consistency, keeping the ball on the side of their court.
They have a lot of options, as you mentioned, Ayel. The reinforcement is a middle blocker, so they rely on the wing spikers. Samoilenko hammers that one.
And this specific combination play shows so much promise for PLDT. A lot of efficiency there with Samoilenko attacking on the middle.
Ebon tried to go cross court. It went out. Back to a 5-point lead for PLDT.
And you see the effort of Nxled to stay aggressive in offense, but they have to be careful giving away all these free points to PLDT.
Oh, good play for Atienza's first point.
Good timing there to set up the middles. And Jaya Atienza with a power tip just right in front of Kim Fajardo. Very effective there.
15 serving 19. Again, continuing to target Elena. Chance here for Nxled. Good save by Arado. Maraginot goes to Genesis.
With the middles now involved and the attacking, there's more space now for the wing attackers. I mean, good set there, good decision from Maraginot. Only one blocker against Genesis, only Santos. And Trisha Genesis getting the better of Santos in that sequence.
Ebon back at the service line. Fajardo sets up Ceballos on the drop. Good read.
Yeah. Really good decision there for Fiola Ceballos. Making that one, going for that full approach. Very aggressive, but last second going for the tip. No one there for Nxled.
Maraginot goes back to Genesis. Oh, that's nice hit. She and Permentilla both have 5 points each for the Chameleons. And for PLDT, Santos and Samoilenko also have 5 points each.
It has been the wing attackers for both teams contributing big so far.
Pardo goes middle. Medyo sumobra lang for Mika Reyes.
But still a good risk there for PLDT. I mean, you want Nxled to think that everyone can be a threat in offense.
And Nxled staying within distance,
Right.
just 2 points away. Fajardo backsets to Santos. Saved by Genesis, but there was a violation on the Chameleon side.
The errors, the violations has been hurting Nxled a lot in this set.
3-point game. Atienza on the runner. That's going to be a point.
Jaya Atienza with important points here for Nxled Chameleons. A running attack this time, targeting the zone of Kat Arado caught her off guard in that sequence.
Ceballos picked it up. This is going to be a free ball for the white shirts. Permentilla on the off speed. Ceballos with the pickup. Reyes sent back. Ricochets off of her head and a point for the Chameleons.
Perfect read there for Permentilla and Hart teaming up against Mika Reyes. I mean, Permentilla there. Perfect blocking formation.
Timeout called by PLDT.
Pag mabagal yung set ay yung receive natin sumusunod. Pero pag mabilis nandun ako.
Pero yung same na chance mo pa rin.
Okay, good.
Tagay nyo na lang. Out of system. Pasa mo na tayo.
Isang sa kanila.
Local line serve.
Para mas pakita.
Ito na lang, bilis ang masyado.
Delete na din kasi tayo. Tsaka nakasubject ka. Pero di mo mag-lock. Ilang?
Go, 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 go.
Time lang, matulog tayo. Go! Hey! Reality! Hey, nandun pa, nandun pa.
Clearly, the timeout was just for PLDT to get some breather here as Nxled is gaining good momentum. Whoever gets a strong end game here will definitely get this set, but it's just a 1-point lead now. Nxled has done a good job keeping it close, trying to close the big gap earlier.
Ceballos. Good dig for Genesis. Ebon able to save it. Hart sends it over. Fajardo tosses back to Viola. Buhay pa rin. Permentilla. That's inside, and she ties the game up at 21-all.
What an angle there for Permentilla.
PLDT will challenge for a ball in, ball out. But Ayel, the lead a while ago for PLDT was at least 5 points. That was the highest advantage of the high-speed hitters. Pero hinabol nitong Nxled Chameleons.
The Chameleons had good mini runs during the middle stretch of the set, and I must say when they put Trisha Genesis back, the Nxled Chameleons gain more confidence and energy.
And we see those, Ayel. I mean, you yourself have probably experienced it na ilalabas ka lang saglit ng coach mo. When you come back in, it's like ibang tao ka bigla.
Just to see what's happening and do the necessary adjustments.
That is an unsuccessful challenge because the attack went inside, dropped right on the line, and it's a 7-2 run for the Chameleons and a virtual race to 4 towards the end of set number 1. Oh, but Atienza with a costly error.
You know, and it's not just Atienza on this set. We've seen a couple of service errors already, and the timings have been really painful for Nxled.
(22-21). Hart, the reinforcement doesn't get it. Retry for the Chameleons. Arado picks it up. Samoilenko. And down it goes.
Good set there to Samoilenko. Right height and speed. Just able to attack on top of the blockers there, going down the line, choosing the angle of Jaja Maragino to that one.
Towering over her, which forces Nxled to call for a timeout.
0-0 now, okay?
不要看比分，不要看比分，
Don't look at the score.
OK， one ball， one ball，
One ball at a time, okay? Forget about now start from 0,
刚
okay?
才叫你发球不要失误，OK，好，继续分享，
Cool down,
放开打，
okay?
放开打，放开打。
Okay, just relax.
Good reminders there for Nxled. You know, you just need to cool down, relax, compose yourself. I mean, they've done a good job keeping it close. It's a 2-point lead so far for PLDT, but they need a point right now.
2-point lead, but PLDT also 2 points away from taking the first set. That went over. Parado will bump it to Samoylenko. Genesis avoiding it as she knew it was gonna go out.
Good decision there for Genesis to let that one go. But right now it's a bit obvious that PLDT will try to rely on the reinforced player in Samoylenko.
Fajardo will go back to Elena. Trisha playing good defense for Mentilla. Check, naibalik. They transfer to Ebon. Santos pops it up. Samoylenko. Play continues. They go to Hart. Oh, and there's a net violation on the side of PLDT, and that means we are tied once again at 23 all.
No, we haven't mentioned a lot of heart for Nxled, but she's done a good job slowing the offense of PLDT and getting that important point there.
Those are the things that don't really reflect on the stat sheet, but nakakatulong for sure. Oh, and Samoylenko makes sure that that one drops. She has 7 points here in the opening set, and more importantly, PLDT is at set point.
Exactly. Good set there also from King Fahar, the only one blocker for Samoylenko, and you can't leave one blocker against a very tall Samoylenko.
And Sheila Quiseo will be fielded in to do serving duties. Serving for the set. That is through for Mentilla. Quiseo saves it, but a bit too much for Fajardo to control. And we are at the extended part of set number 1.
And this is what we talked about earlier on top of the coverage, how unpredictable all the games are because everyone continues to level up their game every conference.
Our first game today went 5 sets. And now the Nxled Chameleons are at set point.
And again, they have been relying a lot on Samoylenko, and that's just something Nxled has done a good job reading, and the reason why PLDT will call this very important timeout.
Let's go! Okay, side. Okay lang, isa pa.
Okay lang. Basta lang kayo ulit.
Sipulatory shield. Tulong lang.
Saka yung coverage, pagkalanganin para makaisa pa tayo. Go.
Hey, let's go! PLDT!
Pressure now on the PLDT. They stayed steady all throughout the set, but again, what really matters is the end game. And so far, Nxled having the advantage, having the momentum. So a quick side out is what the PLDT needs right now, but Nxled looking to steal the set away from PLDT.
Good first ball. Fajardo goes to Samoylenko. That's inside. And PLDT able to save it.
And whenever PLDT is in system, they're able to set up Samoylenko well. She's very comfortable in scoring a point. The deadlock here.
Oh, head-to-head sila. The Permentilla both with 8 points. Saved by Ceballos. Here comes Samoylenko. And down it goes. For her 9th point here in set number 1. Elena Samoylenko. And that one forces Nxled to call for time.
防大脚，把重点线防住，你不要管人家有漏不漏缝。
Okay, don't, yeah, outside the blocker, okay? Don't worry about the
OK，
middle.
心里边还着，对不对 ？OK，一分，耐心，一分，打1分，给你打，
Yeah, one at a time.
想好了就给谁，想好给谁打。
Okay, isang muna maayos. One step tayo.
Timeout called by the Chameleons as PLDT is back at set point. They were first to it a while ago before Nxled extended this. Let's see what they do off of a timeout. Oh! They respond with that Laika Ebon attack.
And they haven't done a combination of play so far, but a timely one for them. A great angle there from Laika Ebon.
That's long for Megan Hart. Parado thought about it, but decided ultimately to let it go.
That gave PLDT a scare because that serve was really close to the line.
Yung mga ganun, minsan bilang mahuhulog eh. Set point once again for PLDT, their third. And this set, pagkakataon dito. Nobody there for the second ball. A bit too low.
Right. No, but really great effort there from Samoylenko, recycling that ball, extending her arms, but no support on that second touch. Really wasted the opportunity there for PLDT.
27 all. Pardo back sets to Santos. Saved by Urbina. Genesis. Back with PLDT. Ceballos will try and score off the block.
Ceballos really has been breaking the blocks of the Nxled Chameleons. Two blockers with her good blocking formation, almost all angles close, but still knew how to get the point against the hands of Jaja Maraguinot.
Majoy Paron will serve. Atienza going down the line on that runner.
Atienza has been difficult to stop, especially in that slide attack. It's been 2 for 2 for her. I mean, 2 points already on that specific attacking style.
Feeling ko napanood nila yung unang laro kanina, no, yung second set.
Gusto nila labanan.
Oh, 37-35 yung inabot nun between Galleries, Tower High Risers, and Farm Fresh Foxies. Hindi magpapatalo itong PLDT and Nxled. 28 all here in set 1. Fajardo back sets to Santos. Saved. Permentilla waits for the ball. Ceballos for the pickup. Samoylenko from the back. That's going to be an attack fault, stepping on the line.
And we really have to commend the floor defense of Nxled. A lot of power hits coming from PLDT, but Nxled staying crappy. But a foot fault challenge here for PLDT. A foot fault violation was called on Samoylenko in that back row attack, but they're trying to challenge that one.
Remember, they already have challenged a while ago, which was unsuccessful. So last na nila to, if ever. This is unsuccessful, but let's see. That was close, though. So close. If you zoom in a little more and see that part of the foot or the shoe was stepping on the line.
No more challenges for PLDT. They already have 2 unsuccessful challenges in this set.
At balik ang Nxled Chameleons at set point. Fajardo with the bump to Ceballos. There's a touch. Off the hands, off the fingertips
Of Mangolabnan. I mean, Piola Ceballos has been saving a lot of set points here for PLDT.
Pwede nang palitan to Piola save values. Okay ba yan?
Pwede, pwede.
Oh! Permentilla adds to her total. wants to go toe-to-toe with Elena Samoilenko with 9 points as well here in set number 1.
It has been a team effort for the Nxled Chameleons. We've mentioned a lot of Permentilia, Trisha Genesis, Laika Ebon, Atienza also contributing.
30-29. Fajardo. Samoilenko, chance here for Nxled. Doesn't get it. Fajardo goes back to Fiola. And it drops.
Fiola Ceballos again saving the day for PLDT.
Anong pangalan?
Ano sabi mo kanina?
Ikaw naman. Ayaw ni Ayel. But Ceballos saving another point. And guess what? We are at 30 all. Only in the opening set of this last match. Oh, that was a judgment call, and Permentilia opted to save it and came up short on the attack.
Set was too high. She tried to time it well. Fortunately, an attack error there from Permentilia.
31-30, Fiola Ceballos serving for the set. That's another good one. Permentilia saved by Arado. Calf upset to Samoilenko, and down it goes. Elena Samoilenko loving that play. A sigh of relief as they finally end set number 1.
Samoilenko definitely stepped up big at the right time. We saw she got frustrated a couple of times, but she was able to redeem herself towards the end of that set, getting the most important point for PLDT.
And 10 points in total for Elena Samoilenko. And more importantly, the win in set number 1 for the high-speed hitters. We'll be back with set number 2 right after this. Back here inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig, and set 1 just finished as the high-speed hitters took it over the Nxled Chameleons 32-30. That is the official score. Opening pa lamang po as we take a look at the highlights. Ayel, let's talk about what transpired in that opening set.
PLDT trying to be aggressive in offense, but again, the game plan has been working for Nxled. Keeping it close, trying to stay steady in their defense and the net defense, getting good touches, slowing down PLDT. Good floor defense definitely for Nxled, but again, their errors really was painful for them, and PLDT staying consistent is what helped them get that first set, as his heated numbers, almost the same numbers of attack points. Nxled having one more against PLDT, 20 against the 19 of PLDT. 3 blocks for Nxled, 2 for PLDT, but again, Nxled giving away 11 3-points to PLDT. Committing that much errors is something they need to look into the next set, and something that they need to improve on right away, because we saw it in the end stretch of that first set. They have a chance in getting that set, but again, the timing of those errors really was very destructive for them.
Right, you mentioned it, Ayel. Nxled actually had a couple of chances. They were already at set point, I believe, twice in that set number 1, which lasted, by the way, for 39 minutes before natapos yun. It's only the opening set. As we thank you all once again for joining us tonight here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Ayel Estraniero and Franny Reyes, your broadcast team for this match. And just as how we started it, Nxled getting the first point.
Hart with a smart attack there. Soft touch.
Maraginot serving, it's short.
Wow.
Nxled had a number of those in set number 1. One all to start set number 2. Oh, they go to hard flies for that attack.
Jaja Maraginot maximizing Hart while she's on the front row. So far, it has been effective for them. 2 points already for her. The 2 points of Nxled, both coming from Hart.
Pardo tried to go for the 1-2. Did not go over.
So good start here for Nxled. I mean, they had the momentum towards that end stretch. First set. So I'm not surprised that they have the momentum right now. But again, their service game is something that they need to improve so quickly right now, because the error is really piling up early on for them.
You mentioned that in set 1, 5 yung pinakamalaking lamang ng PLDT. But what happened also on the side of the high-speed hitters, Ayel, that allowed Nxled to catch up in that set kanina?
I mean, Nxled, they had a time where they had good service, putting PLDT out of system, reading PLDT well from the out of system hits, getting the touches, and that's something that could continue to work for Nxled here in the second set. But whenever PLDT is in system and Fajardo is in a comfortable position to set up the attackers, that's when PLDT becomes so deadly. Best example here right now, Santos with a clean hit.
Erica Santos and Fiola Ceballos helping out Samoilenko a while ago in set number 1. Speaking of, they go to Fiola. Aron will want to set it. Arado there for the coverage. Back set, nilipat kay Santos. Erica for the off-speed. Bodies on the floor for the Chameleons. Another try for PLDT. Save play, and this time it results into a point and a chance for us to send this to Franny Reyes. Franny?
Thanks, Dip and Ayel. Earlier, I spoke with Lena Samoilenko, and she actually told me she does not like losing, whether it's a point, a set, or the match. And clearly, kumapit ang PLDT high-speed hitters in that last set. She told me that really her motivation is this team, and this is her second conference with them after all. But she noticed that this is a team with a better mentality. They're more focused, and there's better synergy within the team. Now, she said she can't do it alone, and she trusts that she'll be able to help her team not lose as long as they play together, something that all the high-speed hitters really have been echoing. They have to play as one and play as a team if they want to stay composed and stay in this game. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Franny, for that report and for telling us that Elena doesn't like losing, because When she was here for the first time in 2022, medyo poker face eh, di ba? Si Elena Samoylenko, she keeps a straight face. But actually, this time around, parang whenever they win, mas ano na siya, mas reactive na. She shows her emotions.
And you also see whenever she's so frustrated about not getting a point. And that's just her being very competitive.
Yeah.
And that's something that's really good for PLDT.
One thing for sure, she does not like losing. And it showed a while ago in that opening set. Meanwhile, point delivered by Erica Santos. Papawi si Jaya Atienza on that running attack.
Atienza on that running attack is unstoppable so far. PLDT still hasn't found a solution in stopping her get points. Oh. But Viola has been very impressive in this match so far. Too much power and too much speed in her attack. Nxled could not just defend her well.
Her first point here in set number 2. She's got a total of 7. Right behind Santos's 8. Vermentilia also had a lot a while ago. There's a net touch called on PLDT. Looks like it's on Fajardo.
Trying to save that ball on its way out with a dig from Arado. But she's just smiling it off.
We go to Reyes. No coverage. And Nxled takes the lead and brings us to the first technical timeout. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. The Nxled Chameleons are first to this technical timeout. They're up by a single point over the high-speed hitters, and they're really giving PLDT a tough time right here in this matchup.
Again, both teams, they know what is at stake. Now, every game is important. And keeping that top 3 spot for them can be an advantage going to the second round of the pool phase.
Mika Reyes gets her first point. We haven't seen a lot of those from PLDT, yung mga middle attacks.
And that's also because Nxled has done a good job marking them, but the slide attack definitely worked for Mika Reyes.
Ceballos hesitated on that reception from Kiara's attack.
The zone 1 has been a bit of a problem for PLDT. Good touch coming from Fajardo, slowing that down, but Ceballos could not get into the ball on time.
Fajardo goes for the 1-2. And nobody home for the Chameleons.
Now, better execution this time for the 1-2 play. Now, Nxled has been targeting Samoylenko on that first ball, but he has done a good job. playing steady.
Ebon, Samoylenko just sending it back without even jumping. Goes for the attack. Ebon again. Elena from Reyes, and it drops.
Mika Reyes setting up Samoylenko on that one. More power in that attack for Samoylenko. Puts PLDT with a 1-point lead.
That's a good serve by Reyes. Baron. The reflexes, but Kim Fajardo gets another point. Twice she's done that here in this set. And both successful. Take a look at that one again. Finding the donut hole and scoring for PLDT. Timeout called by the Chameleons.
将这好几个球拼出去，一定要拼命，拼命才能赢
Go
球。
all the way out, okay? Go
都
all
这
the
样，
way
都
out.
这样瞪眼，瞪眼，这样才行。 OK，
OK
他不是在玩，不是在做游戏，是在搏命拼命。
Okay, either you kill them or they will kill you. Okay, go for it.
Don't wait. Next one, next one. Next set. Reset.
Seems like Coach Cheng is asking for more effort on that floor defense because again, Kim Fajardo going for that 1-2 play twice and being successful with anyone on the side of Nxled trying to go for that defense.
Ebon making that extra step. Genesis with a save. Permentilia. It jumps right in front of Reyes.
Safe target there for Permentilia. It was straight to Mika Reyes, but what a save there by Genesis. But Reyes just step away there in getting that ball. Nxled really doing a great job here, keeping this game close.
Calf goes back to Elena. Oh, that cross-court kill.
Cleanest attack so far from Samoylenko. Going cross-court.
12 serving 10. Maraguinot tosses to Genesis. Sent back by Santos and Baron.
Oh, Santos really has been marking the attackers of Nxled well. A good team up there for Baron and Santos. No gaps at all.
Back to a 3-point game. Pinalik Genesis. Santos gets another touch. Pinalik ulit. Third try for the Chameleons. They give up a free ball. Cap. Santos. Still nothing. Nxled working hard to defend that ball. Wala pa rin. Santos apologizes. Saved by Ceballos. And then will try. Covered by Maraguinot. Pineda will bump it to Ebon. Long rally alert. And it ends on that Erica Santos attack.
Santos finally getting that point. She had a couple of attempts, switching angles, switching tempos, but this time more power coming from her, avoiding the blockers. Good decision there for Santos.
Took a while, but they got it finally.
Great hustle also on the floor defense of PLDT.
We see Jo Maraguinot making her first appearance in this game, replacing Kiara Permentilia. Ebon. That's going to be a point.
Like Ebon showing some efficiency in this match. She hasn't been getting a lot of sets, but whenever she gets one, it's almost an automatic point for Nxled.
Samoilenko straight to Jaja. Fajardo gets a touch. And PLDT will send it over. Maraguinot goes middle. Fajardo playing good defense. Oh. That touch for Nxled, unfortunately. Rich Makaslang will make her first entry as well, replacing the reinforcement Megan Hart.
Trisha Genesis right on the line, going long this time.
12 serving 15. Fajardo goes to Santos. What a hit!
Well, Santos really an asset here for PLDT.
And they bring us to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 4. Filipino athletes competing today after a day of breather yesterday, no? Back in action later on. Si Nesty Petesio will suit up for boxing. Kayla Sanchez also, by the way, advancing to the semifinals of the swimming. Just happened a while ago. And we also have a couple more this afternoon that saw action. Meanwhile, Nxled gets a point.
Good pancake save there from Majoy Baron and Kim Fajardo. But again, that second touch, it's not there for PLDT.
Maraguinot attacks and scores.
Oh, we gotta have to give half of that point to Hervina. Great hustle on the floor defense, and Maraguinot going for that attack just right in front of Arado.
Fajardo tosses Ceballos. Kept alive. Fajardo backsets to Santos, finds the opening.
Santos from offense to defense, really highly reliable in this match. Very strategic attack there, going for the tip. Hervina was able to read that one, was just late in extending her arms.
12 points now for Erica Santos. Same with Elena Samoilenko, who has a dozen. Kim Fajardo has been doing a lot of those here in this set. 3 times already. And 3 points for Cap.
Great effort there from Viray. And Kim Fajardo just being a veteran center, knowing that there's a big hole in the middle of the court of Nxled, and she has been maximizing those 1-2 plays.
Maraginot again on that same spot a while ago where she scored. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
With risk action that follow through, definitely putting more speed in that attack.
Now serving, Rich Magasla.
Ceballos trying to catch the line, but it went long. And this is the same part in set number 1 a while ago na humabol yung Nxled.
And PLDT, they need to be mindful of that if they want to get this set.
(16-18) and an ace from Rich Makaslang off the bench, helping out Nxled in their chase here in the second set.
They continue to go. Lena Samoilenko.
This forces Coach Ral to call for time.
Yung off-run ready niya na. Kaya bala. Pero umikot na sa kabilang side. Ganoon lang ulit yung gamit. Para kahit pumuka ng konti, makakapag-drop.
Wala ka na to.
Wala. Maximize sa side o agad.
Okay,
Go, go, go.
Going good, Bash. Going good, Bash. Hey! Get it in! Together!
Roderick Fort saying that they need a side out.
We take a look at Sir Ricky Palou of Sports Vision.
Rich Magasla.
1-point lead. And PLDT responds. Genesis getting that one, but unable to control, so it went out. Fardo sets up Reyes. Chacha goes to Hart. Back and forth. Samoilenko on the tip.
The tips, the soft touches has been working for PLDT. Samoilenko didn't even have to go for a power hit. Just finding the holes in the floor defense of Nxled.
20, serving 17. Oh, but it went long for Ceballos. Only her first service error. And only the second for PLDT, so they've done a good job limiting those errors. Nxled down by 2. Jaja with a serve. Calf goes to Samoilenko. Pounds it and scores.
That was hard to really stop for Nxled. I mean, Samoilenko was on top of the blockers, going for an angle there. No floor defense found for Nxled.
Kiseo back at the service line. She came off the bench in that late in that set number 1. And that's a block point for PLDT, courtesy of Baron.
And PLDT, they just know that whenever Hart is on the front row, Jaja Maraguinit will try to maximize her.
Majoy denying Megan Hart. Back set. Tuluna doesn't work. Pinalik sa kanya. Fajardo goes to Elena on that cut shot, and nobody there for Nxled. Tawag ng timeout ang Nxled Chameleons as the high-speed hitters 2 points away from taking set number 2.
现在需要拼每一分，全力拼，瞪眼玩命拼。
Every ball must go for it. Don't let it drop on the floor.
拦网注意啊，拦网注意，把手要高用力高跳，手伸过去。
Box must penetrate.
OK，防守看球啊，果断一点，果断一点，坚决果断一点。OK，拿一分，拿一分。
Still the same instructions there for Nxled. It's still about their floor defense. They have done a good job really recycling a lot of balls. But again, this is a crucial stretch and they can't give away more points for PLDT. They need to be locked in, especially in their defense.
Let's see what they do after the timeout. Don't let the balls drop, but Fajardo says otherwise and puts PLDT at set point.
And PLDT really just knows where the holes are of the floor defense of Nxled, and still no adjustment from Nxled.
24-18. Maraginot picked up, battle the net. Bitin yun for Fajardo. But PLDT will challenge that play and saying that there was a block touch.
It was Fajardo against Hart on the net. Ball was too close. Fajardo was trying to save that ball, trying to push that one over, and on the side of Nxled.
So they don't want to give that point, that free point, to Nxled and give them an opening here, which they had nung dulo ng set 1.
PLDT, they know what Nxled is capable of, going for those mini runs. As you mentioned, they can't give Nxled some opportunity and some confidence here.
Yeah. Nxled had that 7-2 run a while ago in set 1. We're about to find out if Fajardo sent that ball straight to the net, or was there a blocker from Nxled who prevented her from sending it over. Well, let's take a look. So indeed, there was a block touch.
Did hit the forearm of Hart.
So that still counts, even if it's just the slightest of touch. And the majority of it was on the clip of the net, but because the arm still prevented, it's still gonna be considered a block touch. So replay of the point, and almost an ace for Sheila Quiseo. Pagkakataon dito para sa PLDT. Samoylenko, return to sender. She goes up once again. Elena tried to go for it. Boy pa rin. So just waiting for the ball to drop. And finally, it ends on that one. And the height of Elena Samoylenko just making it hard for the Nxled Chameleons. And they take the second set, 25-18. Let's take a look at what happened here in set number 2. This girl happened, Erica Santos, with a total of 12 points so far.
Again, putting a lot of variety in her attacks, going for the soft touches, power hits. But she did not just contribute in offense because defensively she was on point on the net.
And we'll be back with set number 3 after this break. Welcome back to the heart of volleyball. You're still watching the 2024 PVL Reinforced Conference. Set number 2 just finished, and it also went in the way of the PLDT high-speed hitters 25-18. Let's take a look at the highlights of what happened there. There was almost another scare of a mini run there for Nxled towards the end. But seems like PLDT knew what to do already.
Exactly. We saw that they were on a roll in terms of offense, and that's also because they were able to improve their attacking efficiency from 31% in the first set. They were able to put it at 44%, and a lot of players contributing from all sides of the court. And Nxled, it was just not enough for them to slow down PLDT in the floor defense, because PLDT tallying 18 attack points against the 12 of Nxled. PLDT also faring better in the blocking with the 3 blocks, only 1 for Nxled. And good news here for Nxled, they were able to trim down their errors into 4 from 11 in the first set. But again, they had 20 attack points in the first set. For this second set, they only had 12. So that's another department they would want to stay consistent again, as they were able to do it in the first set.
Let's see what they do here as we are underway here for set number 3. Live on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live, Dip Dipianco with Ayel Estraniero calling this match. Fanny Reyes at the sidelines, continuing to give us the updates and reports. This time, PLDT will draw first blood for the third set.
And Lena Samoylenko continues to be that go-to player here.
Off the block, Permentilla played at least half of that set number 2 before she was replaced, but back here for the Chameleons.
And she was crucial on the run earlier in the first set, so she can bring back that offense for Nxled.
She has 12 points in total. Elena Samoylenko continues to add to her total as we get the support from Fanny Reyes. Fanny?
Dip and Ayel, I got to speak with Erica Santos on her growth since becoming a PLDT high-speed hitter in 2022, and she really attributes that growth all to her ates on the team. She highlighted that PLDT's advantage is that they are a team full of veterans. They have that decision-making and court IQ that comes with experience, and that's something that she's learning from her ates. She's appreciative of the guidance that they give her, and she knows that they will help her become an even better player. We saw that in the last set, and we can look forward to more of that in this game and future games to come in the Reinforced Conference. Now, to defeat the Nxled Chameleons, she said it's all about having that stable blocking and consistency, things we saw earlier and things we can expect if they want to dominate and end this match in 3 sets. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
Thank you, Franny, for that report. Well, we've seen Erica Santos get those points both on defense and offense tonight. And I mean, again, I guess going back to the previous conferences, we've seen how she's developed for this PLDT team.
I mean, the power has always been there, the elevation. We know how talented she is, but her improving her game in terms of consistency is something really big for PLDT here, and she continues to be that asset as a service ace there for Jai Atienza.
Nagkahiyaan si Ceballos and Arado.
And that's really a good serve, right in the middle of 2 players. That's where a lot of miscues happen.
Oh, but nabawi lang agad because it was short for Jaila Atienza.
Now serving Elena Samoylenko.
Jaja had to kneel on that set to Ebon. It's outside.
I like how Ebon had a good side on that zone. Fortunately, just too wide for her. No, but it seems like they will challenge this one, a block touch challenge. Because it seemed clear that that attack of Laika Ebon went out. But the question right now was, is there a block touch or not?
We'll see. Based on the replay. A block touch ang hinihingi dito ng Nxled Chameleons on the attack of Laika Ebon.
Can see Majoy Baron trying to go for that block, but no block touch there. So unsuccessful challenge for Nxled.
One more challenge remaining in the set.
So they use up one of their challenges early on. Jaja goes middle. Pardo able to pick it up. Santos off the block.
Santos again getting another point. Even even with blockers in front of her. Choosing the other hand of Trisha Genesis in that sequence.
Viray, easy pickings. At the best set to Santos. Chance here for Nxled. Genesis. Straight to Viray. The tip. And it drops for Elena Samoilenko.
Good adjustment there for Samoilenko. Controlling her momentum on that one, deciding to just tip that one over. Just the right amount of power and strength to get that ball over.
Alam mo, El, may times na nami-miss time ni Elena yung talon niya. Pero sobrang haba niya, naabot pa rin niya yung bola.
That's definitely her advantage here.
And the bench, the coaching staff, love that about her. Ebon rejected by Baron. Joy Baron continuing her net defense and brings us to the first technical timeout. Sama-sama tayo sa laban ngayong Olympic Games Paris 2024 with Signal. Panoorin ang mga laban sa tatlong exclusive channels at iba pa in high definition. Anytime, anywhere. Mag-subscribe lang sa Sports Action Pack for only 300 pesos and a lot of platforms to watch the Olympic Games on Pilipinas Live, on our channels, at supportahan natin yung mga atleta. Joanny Delgaco and Naomi Watanabe also this afternoon competed. Marami pa tayong aabangan in the coming days, including Kaloy Yulo in his finals and 3 events tomorrow. Action resumes at patuloy ang pag-atake. Ito si Erica Santos on a 6-0 run for the high-speed hitters.
Erica Santos proving that she can be the go-to player for the high-speed hitters, showing good efficiency in this match.
Oh, and the blocking continues for Majoy Baron.
Jaja Marikina trying to activate Laika Ebon here. We know her comfortable angle is a cross-court angle, but you have Majoy Baron guarding you on that angle. Just a tough battle there for Laika Ebon.
Another rejection. And it's been a block party here in set number 3 for PLDT.
Joy Baron transitioning so well, closing all gaps.
And a timeout called by Nxled.
Long line.
浪 OK
Long corner.
不能往这儿打 OK 哎打到9米线米线
At the end line. Aim for the end line.
OK OK
malayo pa.
来
Let's go. 1 point ha, let's go. Chameleons, Nxled.
A sense of urgency needed right now from Nxled. This is big lead for PLDT. They have been controlling all throughout so far in this set.
Chacha sets up Ebon. Santos again. And she scores another. For the high-speed hitter, she's got 16 points in total.
Going well for the high-speed hitters. And Erica Santos again continues to deliver. And I think for PLDT, this really takes out the pressure on the reinforced players because the local players has been stepping up big as well in terms of scoring.
Yeah. Genesis, meanwhile, responds.
Clean play there coming from Nxled.
Serving for the Chameleons, Ebon.
This is still an 8-point lead for PLDT. 4 serving 12 with Laika Ebon on deck to serve. And Santos again.
Erica Santos unstoppable in this match.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan, Erica Santos. Now with 17 points, just a point behind Elena's total of 18. Genesis. There's going to be a touch on the blockers of PLDT.
Trisha Genesis keeping Nxled alive in this set.
Medyo lumobo na ang lamang ng PLDT though. Calf tosses Ceballos. Orvina pops it up. At the best for Permentilla. Viola. Setback.
Hart was clearly right in front of Ceballos and read that attack of Ceballos well. She tried to go cross-court. Hart ready to go for that block and no coverage for PLDT.
Fajardo back sets to the hot hand. That touch called on a Chameleon.
No, this net touch really has been the problem of Nxled. You see the effort trying to press their hands in, trying to be aggressive in the net defense, but has been causing them problems in terms of violation. But they will try to challenge this one. They're saying that there was no net touch.
And they used up their challenge a while ago on that block touch challenge where they were unsuccessful. We'll find out here. But again, you mentioned, Ayel, all of the errors of the Chameleons which have hurt their cause, and clearly there was a net touch.
But you know, the reason why they are committing these violations is they're just really trying to be aggressive in the net defense because they know how good PLDT is in terms of offense. So getting those good touches could help them. Oh, but it has not been going their way.
Well, look at the numbers for Erica Santos, though. 14 attacks, 3 blocks.
All-around performance for Erica Santos, but she gave away that service, giving Nxled a free point.
Seven-point game.
Wow. Kim Fajardo even fooled Mika Reyes on that one. Take a look at this 1-2 play.
Gusto pang abutin ni Mika pero sabi ni Cap, mineasure ko na yan.
I got this.
Permentilla answers back.
And you know that have to mention Jaya Atienza as an effective middle because that just left one blocker to Permentilla.
ace for Jaja Maraginot.
Again, in that first set, we saw how determined and how gritty this Nxled Chameleons are. So there's no safe lead here for PLDT.
Exactly. Can't be too complacent, and back-to-back aces for Jaja Maraginot to cut the lead down to 5.
3 players letting that ball go. Take a look at this replay. Perfect serve there for Jaja Maraginot. Giving Nxled some confidence in the set.
Samoylenko slowed down. Genesis was there. Jaja sets up Permentilia. And here come the Chameleons making a run.
Slowly but surely, Nxled getting momentum here. This is why PLDT really can't relax.
4-0 run for Nxled. Make that 5 straight points for the Chameleons, who can't be stopped. And Coach Nxled will call a timeout in hopes of breaking the dry spell.
Huwag ka na sumiksi sa gitna. Mag-ere-ere muna kayo. Yung normal mo lakat, huwag kayo magdikit-dikit. Napalayo ko si Fio dito. Kailan na may option o kayo make lead dun? Ha?
Coach Roderick Ford talking about their passing formation on the timeout. They need a quick adjustment right now because Jaja Maraginot getting a couple of service aces and forcing PLDT to commit those passing errors.
Hindi na pa nakatambay si Jaja just sa service line. The PLDT hoping it ends sooner or later. Scrambling. Naibalik. Play continues. Chance here. Reyes. Genesis with the up. Jaja on the set. Ceballos saves that one. Battle at the net, and Atienza wins it.
Great hustle and floor defense for both teams, but Nxled again. What a run for them so far. And Zay Atienza reading that Mika Reyes attack as well.
Down to a 2-point lead. And another good serve. They try to go to Samoylenko to stop. Wala pa rin. Ebot goes up. Checked. Permentilia will try. Parado with a save. And Elena finally stops the bleeding. And it sends us to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 3. back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig in what has been a thrilling set number 3. A while ago, it seemed like the PLDT high-speed hitters were gonna run away and get the win, but the Nxled Chameleons giving them a run for their money here. Lead was already down to 2 points before the high-speed hitters were able to score a point. Let's see what they do here. Permentilla again. Fajardo sets up Pelena. Kiara saves it from the back. Chacha pops it to Ebon. Ceballos with the pickup. They go to Baron. Pancake save by Pineda. The dive by Kiseo. Long rally alert once again, and it drops for Kiara Permentilla.
Nxled not giving up, not yet. Permentilla contributing another point. Good touch there, slowing down the ball, but again, no support on the floor defense of PLDT.
But they slowed her down in set number 2. After scoring 9 in the first, she only scored 2 in the second, and right now has a total of 15 points. Nice save by Urbina. Oh, but nobody there. Little too late for Maraguinot.
Right, a good dig there, and I mean Maraguinot was away from the ball. Jaya Atienza was the nearest one there, but she kind of hesitated.
Medyo malayo na rin yung pinanggalingan ni Chacha doon. Fajardo with 11 excellent sets and also a total of 5 points. Genesis answers back.
And you know Genesis to really have the power on those hits. The reason why she can really use the blockers to get the point. Has been doing that a lot in the match so far.
15, serving 17. Oh, that's close. Genesis, back row from Kiara, nabitin.
Coaches of Nxled trying to argue that Kim Fajardo committed the violation there. She was in the back row, but Manjoy Baron had a good touch on that ball. The reason why it was legal.
Back to a 3-point game. Flips the net. Pineda gets a touch. Genesis had to alter. Santos drops another one. She now has a total of 18 big points.
What an all-around performance so far for Erica Santos. Off-speed attack works again for her.
And a timeout called by the Chameleons.
调整球，调整好了，就是发球发好了，每个动作做细点，别的不要想，做细点。OK。
Every aspect of the game, just take care of the detail. Okay, just one point at a time.
OK，坚定心点，坚定心，一分。
Nxled, they need to fight harder. It's what they need right now because they've tried to trim down the gap. They only need 4 points to close the gap, but they need to avoid errors right now.
Ebon, that attack coming off the timeout. Good response.
Quick side out for them. That's what they need.
Play continues. Popped up by Ebon. Orvina with a bump. Genesis is rejected. Majoy Baron. Now with 6 points and 5 of those coming from blocks.
I was gonna say we haven't seen her a lot in terms of offense, but she has been working so hard in terms of net defense, doing her job, doing her role perfectly.
Multiple best middle blocker awards for Majoy Baron, and she is showing why. Oh, mishandled by Van Pineda. And a point for Mika Reyes.
Mika Reyes actually just targeted a zone there, going long. Bang Pineda reading that well. But as you mentioned, was not able to control that ball well.
Violation though. Double contact.
Baron also a bit of hesitation there. The reason why she committed double contact.
Serving Trisha Genesis.
Pardo sets up Ceballos. Maraguinot tosses. Touches from both teams. Ball is still up in the air. Hart had to adjust. Ceballos. Ebon picks it up. Genesis with the bump. Arado saves it. Here comes Viola again. Clean save for Hervina. So, Zarado does the same. Balikan tayo dito. Who will get the point? And guess what? Erica Santos back with another point and off a rejection.
Erica Santos just marking the outside hitters of Nxled perfectly in this match.
Number 9
Jules Samonte makes an appearance here
Serving for the high-speed hitters, Jules Samonte.
for PLDT, and she is about to serve 22, serving 17. Jaja goes to her sister, Jo. Check. Nobody home for Nxled.
PLDT now is a bit of a cushion. They're just 2 points away in getting their third win. So some adjustments here for Nxled. Pelaga in for the reinforced player, Hart. Reginot. Pardo setting up Mika Reyes, and Mika Reyes getting that point off a soft touch. Now, we haven't seen a lot of power from the attacks of Mika Reyes, but the soft touches has been highly effective. Like Ebon reading that well, just split second late.
And the PLDT high-speed hitters are now at match point. Jaja goes to Jo. Naibalik. Chance here for PLDT to close this one out. They go to Reyes. Saved by Genesis. Play continues. Samoilenko gets a touch. Calf to Ceballos for the finisher. Not just yet. Third try. And Fajardo. Read by Pineda. Fourth try. And a chance to finish. And Mika Reyes takes care of it. And the PLDT high-speed hitters win in straight sets and get their third win of the 2024 PVL Reinforced Conference. This Manala play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day okay.
PLDT, just a team effort in today's game. I mean, they relied a lot on Samoilenko, but Erica Santos, Fiola Ceballos stepping up, and the middles, Mika Reyes, Majoy Baron, making sure they did their role so well in terms of net defense.
And we'll take a look at what happened in this last set. Erica Santos again We've talked about her. We mentioned her so many times in the broadcast, and for good reason, Ayel.
I mean, the all-around game was very important for PLDT whenever they needed a point. And Samoilenko was out in the front row. Erika Santos stepped up big, but not just in offense, from defense as well, getting the good touches, getting the kill blocks against the power hitters of Nxled.
And a career game for Erika Santos, but first, we'll take this short break. We'll be back to wrap this one up after the break. Back here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. We just finished the matchup between PLDT and Nxled. And our very own Franny Reyes is with the best player of the game, Erika Santos. Go ahead, Franny.
Thank you so much, Dip and Ayel. A three-set win for the PLDT high-speed hitters. And of course, our player of the game, 19 points of 16 attacks, 3 blocks, with a 42% attack efficiency. Congratulations, Erika Santos. Kamusta naman ang gising mo today? May iba ka bang kinain? How did you do what you did to help your team with the win?
Siguro, yung daily naman na routine na ginagawa, which is yung pre-game yung mga pre-game naman na ginagawa ko, in-apply ko lang. So wala naman na bago. Nakatulog naman na maayos. And yun.
Now, let's talk about the game earlier. 3 sets, pero that first set extended pa. What was going on through the mindset of the team? What did you guys do to stay composed and to get that win in 3 sets?
Siguro yung first set, hinahanap pa namin yung groove namin since yung Nxled, maganda yung nilaro, establish yung blocks and defense, so yun.
Now, makakalaban nyo naman ang Cherry Tigo crossovers this Saturday. What will you do to prepare? How will the high-speed hitters keep this momentum up?
Yun lang, back to the drawing board kasi hindi lang naman dito nag-stop yung game. So, lahat naman ng mga kalaban namin, piniface namin sila like with respect and equally.
Thank you so much, Erica. Now's your chance. Go ahead. The fans, your supporters.
Thank you po sa lahat ng sumusupport sa team, sa family ko, sa management, kay Ate Jovi, birthday po niya. Happy birthday! Yan po.
Sa family ko sa Cebu.
Happy birthday! And kay Shan.
Thank you so much, Erica, the high-speed hitters. Happy birthday to Jovi. Dip and Aya, let's close this out.
A good birthday present to Jovi Prado and this win for PLDT and a career game from Erika Santos. 19 points, and ultimately the victory for PLDT.
Erica Santos exploded in this match, but it wasn't just her, it was a team effort. As usual sa Moilenko, putting in the points, putting in the effort. The blockers, Majoy Baron, Mika Reyes, making sure they were able to do their job as middle blockers. Fiola Ceballos defensively was so good, but Nxled did not make it easy for PLDT. They put the pressure, they played well again, but at the end of the day, the consistency really and the offensive strength of PLDT is what allowed them to get their third win this conference.
Still undefeated are the high-speed hitters here in the reinforced conference. Elena finishing with 20 points, Santos with 19, Ceballos with 8, and the blocking also of Majoy Baron. That honorable mention which helped them get this victory over the Chameleons, and Mika Reyes also doing her part for this win. And we take a look at the final numbers of what transpired in this game between PLDT and Nxled.
Clearly, PLDT out-attacked Nxled in this match. 52 attack points against the 41 of Nxled. PLDT also, we saw that the entire game. A good blocking day for them. 11 kill blocks against the 6 of Nxled. But Nxled tried to challenge them despite the errors from the service line. Nxled, high risk, high rewards for them. 6 aces for them and none for PLDT. But again, PLDT just playing clean volleyball here, committing only 12 errors against the 19 of the Nxled Chameleons.
Right, the first two sets, pinahirapan din sila ng Nxled, and finally they broke away in this third. Our games will continue this Thursday, still here inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. Signal versus Petrogas for our first offering, followed by Choco Mucho and Capital One. And to cap off that triple header, it will be Akari versus Zeus Coffee. And that wraps up our coverage for this Tuesday night. On behalf of our director Al Neri, our courtside reporter Franny Reyes, my partner Aiel Estraniero, this is Dip Dipiaco saying thank you for watching the 2024 PVL Reinforced Conference here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. This is the heart of volleyball.